Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and this is my take on where Trump failed. Now, full disclosure, I like Trump. I mean, I like him as a businessman, as a real estate developer, as a apprentice star. He's an entertaining guy. He's entertaining, and I think he has really good business sense, and the way he handles foreign governments, all that stuff. I think he's fine. I have no problem with that at all. I think overall, if he was if he was like an advisor, he'd be great. Unfortunately, he's not really much of a front man because obviously the way he motivates is not really. It motivates one side of the country, but doesn't motivate the whole country as a whole. What he fails at is his ability to bring people together. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand it's mostly all politics. This whole division, all the stuff that's going on in the world, severe the virus, is all political, and the Democrats will jump on anything they can, right? But every president has those problems, those issues, those challenges. So, but most presidents, because it's probably because most presidents are politicians, and they've been politicians all their lives. So they know how to bring people together, even if it seems the way. If they're double talking on two-faced, they're probably better liars. Trump is honest. He is who he is. He's not a seasoned politician where he can try to talk to both sides and bring people together. What Trump needs to do, and he still has a chance, but I don't see it happening, but he still has a chance to just get on the air and he probably needs a speechwriter to write these speeches for him. But he needs to be up there trying to bring everybody together. There are forces at work here that are funding the chaos, and I understand that. But he needs to reach out to the moderate people that still have some level-headedness to them. The extremists will never budge. And they have I'm not trying to pick on Democrats because there's Republican extremists and there's Democratic extremists, and there's all kinds of weird stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm not talking about extremists. I'm talking about most of the country, and I want to believe at least 80% of the country are somewhere in the middle, and they're really open-minded, and they understand that sometimes the Republicans will win, and sometimes the Democrats will win, but if the person in the office overall is kind of focused on the country and can give some good motivational speeches and try to bring people together, they will be understanding and just okay, well, maybe next time around. But Trump is not appealing. He is not reaching out to, I would say, at least 70% of the country. He's only kind of appealing to that strong 30% base. But he needs to appeal to everybody else because really the independents are the strongest, or the biggest area. They have Republicans, Democrats, and independents. I like to think of myself as independent. But they're not going to get into politics. But nonetheless, he needs to be able to reach out and convince or bring everybody together, except for you're never going to get the extremists, no matter what. But I think if he was more, even those great presidential speeches, not his, I'm saying in general, usually the president will get on the air and give a great motivational speech to try to bring everybody together. He needs to be doing stuff like that on a regular basis. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not even saying he's not going to win. Regardless, he might still win because he does have the economy is doing well, and he's probably the best man for building the economy. So if people are thinking about their wallets, their pockets, they still might vote for him. That'd be like the secret majority. So he still might win. But what's going to happen though, if he doesn't reach out to the majority of the country, they're going to go crazy when he wins again. They're going to be like riots in the streets. And I'm not threatening. I'm just predicting. I'm predicting that if there's this much division when he becomes elected, it's going to be chaos. And it is an important quality. It's not just about the economy. It's not just about keeping the country safe, military and all this stuff. It's also about bringing together. That's part of his job. His job is to bring the country together so that way they can move forward and blah, blah, kumbaya. So he's failing in that department greatly. I'm not saying he doesn't like the whole country, but he's not reaching out. He's not bringing the country together, and that's important. So that's why I think he failed as a president. He did well in certain areas, I think he's probably the best man for the job for the economy. Like I said, as an advisor, he probably would be great to advise somebody that's more presidential, can bring the country together. That's what I think. That's my take. What do you think? Man, I don't want to get into all this kind of like nitpicking. He said this and he said that. He's a horrible person. He's evil. He's a devil. I don't want to get into any of that. But I think that's what he needs to do. I think that's where he failed. And I think unless he can somehow bring it up or bring the country together in the last minute, which I don't think is going to happen. I haven't seen it happen in the past. I don't think it's going to happen going forward. So I don't dislike the guy. I just think he doesn't have everything that he needs to be a good president. He's only really missing that one big thing. I don't think he's evil. I don't think he's horrible. I just don't think he knows how to reach out to people and bring people together. So in that case, he fails. So I hate to say it, but at this point, I want somebody in the office that will bring people together. Maybe we do need a seasoned politician. Even though they're crooked, they talk on both sides of their face. You know what they call it? They're two-faced. But maybe that's what we need right now, to bring the country together. And that's kind of important because it seems like right now we need somebody like that. I don't know if Biden is the perfect person, but I don't even think he's going to be the president very long anyways. Not to be mean or anything, but I think whoever he picks as vice president will be the president shortly after he's elected. If he's elected, that'll be the person running the country. That will be the next president. So hopefully he picks somebody good. I don't know who it is yet. I hope he doesn't. And I know there's pressure. He's getting pressure to pick a black woman. Now, if the black woman is the best person for the job, I'm all for it. I'm all for it 100%. I want the best person for the job. I just don't want them to pick somebody just because. You know what I'm talking about? Just because he's a black woman. I just want the best person for the job, regardless of the color and race. And I hope it is a black woman or a black person or black anybody or Asian, or it doesn't matter who it is. As long as they're the best person for the job, that to me is what matters. So hopefully, I know in the Democratic Party, race is not going to be a deterrent. So that's good. So anyways, that's my take. What do you think? What do you think? It'd be nice. Don't get crazy on the comments. But that's Paul's take. That's my take on what's going on and why Trump failed as a president. He got good marks on a lot of things, but he needs that one piece. He needs that one piece to bring everybody together. Without that, he can't pass. It's like driving a car. If you're taking a driving test, yeah, you can make right turns and left turns and accelerate, but if you can't stay in the lane, that's an important part as well. So you got to have everything. Anyhow, that's my take. Hopefully this doesn't start a big old negative thing. It's just my take on it, and I try to be negative or positive. I mean, I'm trying to be positive, but I'm just saying this is constructive criticism for the president. If you're watching, he's not, but if he was, constructive criticism. Knock it out, hit a home run. Hey, cool deal. If not, then you're fired. Is that the way it goes? The line in Apprentice? Is that you're fired? You out of here? I don't know. I forgot. Anyways, thanks for watching Paul's Take. That's my take on why Trump failed.